श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासाम्बरीश शुक शौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान् रुक्माङ्गदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् एतानहं परमभागवतान् नमामि। एतानहं परमभागवतान् नमामि। Now we have completed so far 27 sutras, correct? But मैं सोच रहा था कि we must practice chanting of these shlokas, sorry mantras. Okay, so let us, shall we read together or you want me to repeat? I mean repeat. Repeat. अथातो भक्तिं व्याख्यास्यामः सात्वस्मिन् परम प्रेम रूपा अमृत स्वरूपा च यल्लब्ध्वा पुमान् सिद्धो भवति अमृतो भवति तृप्तो भवति। यत्प्राप्य न किंचिद् वाञ्छति न शोचति न द्वेष्टि न रमते नोत्साही भवति। यज्ञात्वा मत्तो भवति स्तब्धो भवति आत्मा रामो भवति। सा न कामयमाना निरोधरूपत्वात् निरोधस्तु लोकवेदव्यापारन्यासः तस्मिन् अनन्यता तद्विरोधिषु उदासीनता च। अन्याश्रयाणां त्यागो नन्यता लोकवेदेषु तदनुकूलाचरणं तद्विरोधिषु उदासीनता। भवतु निश्चयदार्ढ्याद् ऊर्ध्वं शास्त्ररक्षणम् अन्यथा पातित्याशङ्क्या लोकोऽपि तावदेव भोजनादि व्यापारः स्तु आशरीरधारणावधि। भोजनादि व्यापारस्तु आशरीरधारणावधि तल्लक्षणानि वाच्यन्ते नानामतभेदात्। पूजादिषु अनुरागः इति पाराशर्यः कथादिष्विति गर्गः आत्मरति अविरोधेनेति शाण्डिल्यः नारदस्तु तदर्पितकिलाचारत तद्विस्मरणे परमव्याकुलतेति अस्त्येवम् एवं यथा व्रजगोपिकानां तत्रापि न माहात्म्यज्ञानविस्मृति अपवादः तद्विहीनं जाराणामिव नास्त्येव तस्मिन् तत्सुखसुखित्वम् सा तु कर्मज्ञानयोगेभ्यः अपि अधिकतरा फलरूपत्वात् ईश्वरस्य अभिमानद्वेषित्वात् दैन्यप्रियत्वाच्च डेली प्रैक्टिस करो. The sutras, very beautiful sutras of Narada Bhakti Sutra. That's why I have given this to you, all sutras in one go. So practice. Now, next sutra in chapter 2, section 2, chapter 2, section 2, as per our Puja Gurudev's book, sutra number 28. Tasyaha jnanameva sadhanam इत्येके तस्याः ज्ञानमेव साधनम् इत्येके तस्याः तस्याः means for the devotion. तस्याः to gain devotion. What is the means? Iti eke means some acharyas. Some acharyas, they say Jnanameva sadhanam. Knowledge alone is the means of devotion, according to some acharyas. They say in Jnana Marga, in Vedanta, what we say, bhakti is the means of jnanam. Knowledge is supreme, for which devotion to God, to Shastra, to Guru helps you in gaining knowledge, and through that knowledge alone, jnanaineva tu kaivalyam. Through knowledge of Brahman, you attain liberation. That is Vedanta Mata Abhipraya, Vedanta Matam. But Bhakti says, Jnanam is the means of Bhakti. इसका मतलब क्या है? Unless we study the Leelas of Paramatma, knowledge of the Leelas of the God, if you study so many Leelas of Paramatma, the God in incarnation, then we develop devotion towards Him. The more you know, more you love a person. More you know about Bhagwan Ramji's life, we love more Bhagwan Ram. More we study about Krishna Leelas, more we love Bhagwan Krishna. That means what? When we study about Bhagwan in Leelas, stories, and all his deeds, Ananta Kalyana Gunarama, his gunas are so many Ananta, and the more we study his Vibhuti, his Leelas, his sports, and our devotion increases. That's why we are all, for example, we know how Puja Gurudev was. We heard at least. The more we hear, more reverence increases. towards a great master. Any guru you take, any guru you take. If I don't know him, I may not show reverence that much. I may respect him. But more I get to hear about him, more I come to know about him, his sports, his leelas, his contribution, Guru's contribution, then I slowly develop love for the person. So knowledge of the Upasya Devata is essential to grow devotion. This is the one some Acharya's abhipraya. ठीक है. सो भक्ति का साधन क्या है? ज्ञान, ऐसा कोई आचार्य कहते हैं. So therefore, if you really wanted to know the devotion you want to cultivate, study Leelas of Lord. More you study, that's why the best way to cultivate devotion is read the autobiographies of great masters, Leelas of Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavatam, and Bhagavan Ramji is in Ramayana. Whether it's Tulsi Ramayana or Valmiki Ramayana or Kamba Ramayana, or you take any Ramayana. And that's why devotion is just not created like that. More we know, more we. One old lady, see her devotion, Shraddha. She went to a guru and asked, please bless me, give me some sadhana. Old lady, not much read or no knowledge. Knowledge, not much is not there. Here, just this much knowledge is there that God is all pervading. There is somebody, God, who takes care of everything. I need to do sadhana. This much knowledge is there. The Guru gave गोल पत्थर. गोल पत्थर दे दिया. उसने कहा बस ये लो, ये कृष्ण समझकर इनकी उपासना करें. गोल पत्थर वो घर लेके आई. That गोल पत्थर has become literally Krishna to her. She would make the Krishna early morning, wake up, Prabhat Pheri, Prabhat Seva, then Dantadhavanam, then giving bath, then clothes, then टीका लगाना, तिलक लगाना, पत्थर को. एंड रात को दिन भर इनकी सेवा करती थी. खाना खिलाना, दूध पिलाना, समय समय पर उनको दोपहर को सुलाना, गोल पत्थर को. एंड रात को अपने पास ही रखती थी. लाला, मेरे लाला है, मेरा प्यारा है, छोटा भगवान कृष्ण है, मेरे बाजू बैठेगा, सोएगा, वो सुलाती थी. एक गांव वालों को ये पता लग गया कि ये बूढ़ी ऐसी कर रही है, पागल हो गए. गोल पत्थर किसी पागल गुरु ने दे दिया और ये भी पागल है. गोल पत्थर लेके आई उठा के और इसी को कृष्णा मानकर बैठी है. तो दे लोग फिर मजाक उड़ाने लगे उनकी कि देखो बुढ़ी, एक भेड़िया आएगी तुम्हारा लाला को ले जाएगी. One wolf will come and take away your child. Be careful. घूम रहा है शहर में. She believed that. The really some wolves are in the village. They are running, taking away the children. So एक लाठी ली एंड रात भर खड़ी रही वहीं पे घर के सामने. भेड़िया नहीं, किसी को नहीं आने दूंगी करके दिन 3 रात सोया नहीं. रात को दिन में पत्थर की बने भगवान की सेवा करती थी और रात को बिना सोए द्वार पर खड़ी रही थी. और उनको ना, शी वॉज नॉट अलोइंग एनी बडी. तो जस्ट कोई भेड़िया नहीं आएगी मेरे लाला को लेने के लिए. 3 days and nights in the fear of that bhediya, the wolf will come and take away my child, my Krishna. She became alert and without sleep. चौथा दिन भगवान स्वयं आ गया है दूर से. शीशा, हे खड़ा रहो वहीं पे, कौन आ रहा है मेरा लाला को लेने के लिए? वो अंदर सो रहा है. भगवान ने कहा, मैया वो लाला की जो सेवा कर रहे हो वो मैं ही हूं. मैं आ गया हूं आपके पास अभी. आई केम. इसे तू मेरा लाला नहीं हो सकता है. मेरे अंदर जो बैठा है वही लाला है. तू कैसे हो सकता है? खड़े रहो दूर दूर, नजदीक नहीं आना. नहीं मैया, मैं गोलोक में रहता हूं, तुमको ले जाऊंगा, साथ चलो. नहीं नहीं नहीं, मेरा लाला इधर ही है. क्या गोलोक? कौन है तुम गोलोक बोल रहे हो? शी डजंट नो एनीथिंग. तो देन भगवान सेड, चलो मेरे घर, वहां पे बेड़ियां नहीं होती और आपके लाला की सुरक्षा रहेगा. सुरक्षा. चलो तुम उठाओ अपने लाला को, दोनों चलो मेरे साथ, गोलोक ले जाएंगे तुम दोनों को. It is said that old lady along with her Krishna both went to Golok. जितना ये लोक सच है उतना भी गोलोक also सच है. In this world, universe, all lokas are real. Whatever description in Shastras, they are pakka, 100% real. There is no doubt about it. But Vedanta speaks beyond that. But you go up to that, at least Golok tak jao. Golok is said beyond Vaikunta, beyond Brahmalok. कहीं पर ऊपर है गोलोक, सबसे ऊपर लोक गोलोक है. महाभारत में भी आया है प्रसंगों में, पुराणों में भगवान व्यास जी बताया. Because there are different levels of existence. So pure states are there, Suddha Sattvic lokas are there, where there is no avarana of tamasic and rajoguna. Avarana is not there. Upadhi itself is so pure. You revel in the pure consciousness there. Of course, jiva will be there, that jivatva will be there. But you are actually always with Bhagavan. She went. So कहने का मतलब क्या है? Shraddha is there, jnana is not required. दक्षिण में गुरु जी रहते थे, अभी हम देहांत हो गया. वो कहते बुद्धि कंदूति, इन तेलुगु बुद्धि कंदूति मीन्स बुद्धि की इच्छा. There is a itch in the intellect to know more. And he told us one day, very beautiful, he told some of us, he said, whatever knowledge you have gained, that is more than enough for your salvation and for all the salvation of people who have come to you. To teach them also, your knowledge is enough. More than this knowledge, not required, neither useful for you nor useful to society, he said. Said, thank you very much. One guru mila kam se kam, who says don't study more. ये ना बहुत हो गया, कितना ज्ञान प्राप्त करोगे? नो, श्रद्धा की आवश्यकता है. Because we don't have श्रद्धा in what we have studied. In what we hear, what we have been listening, hearing and understanding, we don't develop Shraddha. In the background of mind, we always doubt. We hear after death I exist. Actually, at the time of death, we doubt. Do I really exist after death? Or this is the end of my journey? मैं खुद ही खत्म हो जाऊंगा क्या? That doubt exists. So beautiful, no? So some people say, if you want bhakti, actually speaking, knowledge is the means. More you know about a person, the sweet qualities of a person, more you love. Think. Not all love at first sight is real love. Because second sight is diverse only. But more you knowledge about the Lord Paramatma का ज्ञान ज़्यादा प्राप्त करने से, more you know about the universe, how he runs, what are his leelas, what are his sports, what are his deeds, more devotion comes. More I learned about masters, more I loved them. Think. Therefore, tasyaha jnanameva sadhanam iti eke. So, bhakti ka sadhan kya hai? Jnana. Some people say, therefore, without that knowledge, without that basic knowledge, you cannot love, you cannot have devotion. Think. Then, some other acharyas say, Anyonyashrayatvam iti anye. Anyonyashrayatvam iti anye. Some people say anyonya ashrayatvam, mutual dependence. Bhakti is depending on knowledge and knowledge is depending on bhakti. Bhakti is the means of knowledge. Knowledge is also the means of bhakti. Both एक दूसरे का सहायक बनता है. भक्ति के द्वारा पूरक समझो, सहायक समझो. मीन्स भक्ति साधन है ज्ञान की प्राप्ति में, ज्ञान साधन है भक्ति की प्राप्ति में. अन्योन्य आश्रयत्वम इति अन्ये. See? Therefore, bhakti is an attitude of the heart towards the Creator, the Paramatma. It's an attitude. And knowledge is what? Knowledge is the attitude of the intellect. Bhakti is the attitude of the heart. Knowledge is the attitude of the intellect towards the Creator. Creator means not Brahma, the Lord, infinite Lord. दिल से देखोगे भक्ति, बुद्धि से सोचोगे तो ज्ञान. और mutually dependent both. Anyonya ashrayatvam. If you want to really have good knowledge, without devotion you cannot gain knowledge. Why? To gain knowledge, intellect की परिपुष्टि के लिए, बुद्धि की परिपुष्टि के लिए दिल चाहिए, प्रेम चाहिए, भाव चाहिए ज्ञान के प्रति. भक्ति टुवर्ड्स नॉलेज. भक्ति चाहिए, you must have the knowledge of the Lord. Then only you will get devotion towards the Lord. So therefore, some acharyas say both are mutually dependent. That's why Bhakti Marga, Jnana Marga, all this, there is no conflict at all, actually speaking. How does it matter? Somebody worships this like Buddhi, old lady, गोल पत्थर लेके बैठ गए, गोलोक चले गए. He doesn't have much knowledge. I told you this story also, Avayar story of Ramana Maharshi used to tell Avayar story. Always he would tell. Many times he told. Simple lady, devoted to Shiva. She went to Kailash. She doesn't have that knowledge that Ishvara is Shiva Tattva, pure consciousness, all pervading, all pervasive. That Jnana Mandal, that is not there. She knows that Shiva is, she went to Kailash. And happily, being old lady, she stretched her legs towards Lord Shiva and sat in looking at Shiva only. Immersed in devotion, looking at Shiva in Kailash, where Rudraganas are there, some Rishi Munis are seated there around in that Kailash. Parvati is seated next to Shiva, Lord Shiva, and this Avayar happily stretched her legs towards Lord Shiva without any hesitation. She doesn't have all these things, she's just looking at Shiva and absorbed. Parvati felt insulted. This old lady, all the Rishi, Munis, Brahma, the Devatas, everybody respects my husband. This old lady, without respect, she just spread her legs in front of Lord Shiva. Careless lady. I want to teach her a lesson. But before she took a decision, she told Shiva, I am not happy with her behavior. You please tell her to sit properly in front of you. Shiva requested Parvati, you just please keep quiet. Don't make a halla gulla here. Let her be alone. Don't disturb her. She said, if you are not telling, I cannot keep quiet. Discipline is required. We should teach sanskar. So, what she said, she had sent one Gana. Go and tell her Avayar. Let her spread legs in other direction, not in this against Shiva. You had said, fold your legs and sit down. She said, no, I am having rheumatism. I cannot fold my legs. Doctor said no, so I cannot fold. If you want, I can change direction of your legs. She turned from north facing Lord Shiva, her legs towards north. Dakshinamurti, he is facing south. So immediately she took clockwise turn towards east. And Shiva, from that position to east he came. Then she went to south. Ayo, you are here also. She went to turn south. South में आ गया. ऐसा चक्कर घुमाया शिवजी को. Ultimately, Shivaji got tired. Then I told you to shut up and keep quiet. She doesn't know all these things, jnana and all. She is absorbed in love and devotion. So ultimately, whether you want jnanam or bhakti, both are anyonyashrayatvam. Underline, shraddha is required for both. If shraddha is there in bhakti or in jnana, that's enough. If you have shraddha in jnanam, bhakti you will get. By in the jnanam of the Lord, your bhakti will increase. With shraddha, you are just devoted with love, not much jnanam, but more you love, more you get knowledge of the divinity. So, bhakti is the means to knowledge, knowledge is the means to bhakti. But what we need is shraddha. So, beautiful sutra. Some acharya says, anyonya ashrayatvam iti anye. Some acharyas say it is anyonya ashrayatvam. Therefore, these two are not two different things, bhakti and jnana. Ultimately, unless, remember this, unless you experience both in their finest and supreme state of, that is both devotion and knowledge, unless we experience पराकाष्ठ, भक्ति का पराकाष्ठ और ज्ञान की पराकाष्ठ, पहुंचे बिना ब्रह्म ज्ञान नहीं होगा. Because what is bhakti, as Shankaracharya defined, swaswarupa anusandhanam. And with love, because I don't have any conflict. The great Mahatmas, they are just enjoying themselves within themselves. Nirguna Brahma, Saguna Brahma. Both are Brahma only. If I say I love only Saguna Brahma, I hate Nirguna Brahma, then you are mistaken. There are so many people are there. Or I love only Nirguna, Saguna is nonsense, they are also mistaken. So therefore, Shraddha is required. Everything in Vyavahara Saguna. Like Hanumanji said, what did he say? Deha buddhya dasoham. Jiva buddhya tadamshakaha. And Sarupataha tamevaham. शरीर की दृष्टि से आई एम योर सर्वेंट, जीव बुद्धिया आई एम योर अंश, अंश अंशी, एंड आत्मदृष्टिया त्वमेवाहम, you are me, I am you. So there is no conflict. And even after so many years of listening to Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita and Ramcharitmanas, and when we are listening to Bhakti, suddenly we feel that am I making mistake of listening to Chandogya Upanishad and Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya? ये तो इतना अच्छा है भगवान। वो डॉक्टर उपनिषद सुनते समय क्या भक्ति पकड़ के रखा है, रोना रोना रोना। मैं तो शुद्ध चैतन्य स्वरूप हूँ, सबसे परे है। लगता है कि भक्ति बेकार है। दिस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट शुड बी डिसॉल्व्ड। A Mahatma was asked, great Mahatma, still alive, he was asked by a questioner, do you cry? Great master. Somewhere not in India, some other country. So his intention was, you are a jnani, you are established in yourself, but do you cry? He said, I do. I do cry, he said. And he gave instances. In a movie, he went, it seems, and he saw in the movie one dog is tortured, he cried for it. Why this torture for the dog? Other day, some other person living somewhere, going there, something he saw, he cried, it seems. And he says, this crying is out of compassion, not out of ignorance. But Gurudev cried for the country and humanity, is it not? His heart, he could not keep quiet. Tapovan said, establish yourself in yourself. He said, that will be done, I am already there. But I cannot keep quiet without serving my country. With love, they descend. Their hearts used to be melted. So don't get into this conflict of bhakti and jnana. If you are enjoying, experiencing pure devotion, that is because of knowledge. If you are having great knowledge, that is because of your devotion. हाँ, मुझ में आधा आधा है, तो जो आधा आधा ज्ञान फिर आधा थोड़ा थोड़ा, हाँ थोड़ा थोड़ा plate meal. It is a plate meal only. Assorted meal, assorted meal. पूर्ण ज्ञान होना चाहिए. ठीक है? Now, two examples are given. For what? Anyonya ashrayatvam. Sorry. Next month sutra is third one. Swayam phalarupateti Brahma kumaraha Swayam phalarupata iti Brahma kumaraha. Now, Swayam phalarupata iti. See, devotion in itself is the fruit. Swayam phalarupata. Not that phala is different from the means. That's why there is a beautiful talk by Guruji. Bhakti sadhya bhi aur sadhana bhi. Bhagavatam speaks about that rasam only. So even your journey and the phalam is both are same. Swayam phalarupata. God is love, pure love. And that love, bhakti, is its own fruit. Who says? Brahma kumaraha. Brahma kumaraha, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, Sanatana, all the four putras. Here Sanat Kumara you take. Or all the four, opinion of all the four Brahma Manasa Putras. And Brahma Kumaraha opinion, He says Narad ji. It is the opinion of Sanat Kumara. Indicates what? My opinion also same. Whose opinion? Naradji's opinion. Why? Because Naradji's guru was Sanat Kumara only. Sanat Kumarji is there. He's closely working. I heard a yogini, Mahayogini. I'm not going to tell any names of those personalities. She had darshan of Sanat Kumarji. Very rare. Sanat Kumar ka darshan hona very tough, very, very tough. And she had it. He gave darshan because of related to some work. ऐसे ही दर्शन दिया, मिलने आया, चाय पीने आया, ऐसा नहीं आता है. Guru appears only if there is a purpose. Don't again ask, दर्शन दो, रो मत. भगवान कहते हैं मैं इस रूप में बैठा हूँ, अष्टधा प्रकृति के रूप में बैठा हूँ, सूर्य के रूप में बैठा हूँ, चंद्रमा के रूप में बैठा हूँ, प्रकृति के रूप में बैठा हूँ, तुझ में बैठा हूँ अहम 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 के रूप में. फिर कितना दर्शन पाओगे? ठीक है, एक दिन मैं थक गया हूँ और दर्शन भी दे दिया, फिर पूछते कौन सा ड्रामा कंपनी के हैं. बहुत बढ़िया है, बहुत बढ़िया है, खूबसूरत कॉस्ट्यूम्स. व्हाट इज इट वी वांट, वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड. दर्शन दे दिया तो देखिए कितना समय देखोगे बताओ. देखते रहोगे, देखते रहोगे, देखते रहोगे, देखते रहोगे, कितने देर देखोगे? एक महात्मा जी सेज यू वेंट टू वैकुंठ, इट सीम्स वन फेलो. इट्स ऑल ह्यूमरस के लिए. He went to Vaikuntha and he was so eager and he got darshan of Sheshasai sleeping on serpent bed, Mahavishnu. Ha 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 ha. So much of light and tejas and all. He was so happy to see that. Absorbed in the darshan of Lord. For some time he was watching. How much time he can watch? He was watching, it seems. Then he turned here and there. Who all came? Then he found the neighbor who was his enemy. Also had reached Vaikuntha. He made him enemy. He is not inimical to him. So immediately his mind disturbed. And you can say in Vaikuntha also this will happen. Happens. भगवान विष्णु के सामने भी this kind of thoughts are possible. Possible. उदाहरण जय विजय. Shuddha, that's why Sanaka, the Saptarishis have cursed them. In Shuddha Satvik Lok, how can you entertain this kind of thoughts? रजोगुण मद अहंकार कहाँ से आ गया आपको? Therefore you are not fit to be in this loka. Go to Prithvi loka, enjoy your ahankara. Go. Therefore, ultimately the supreme devotion is that, where you don't exist, he alone exists. Because that is a phala rupata. सुप्रीम फलम इज भक्ति. भक्ति का फल क्या है? भक्ति ही है. वेरी ब्यूटीफुल थिंग. सो महात्मा लोग कहते हैं कि चलो हाउ टू कल्टिवेट डिवोशन. एक महात्मा जी थे, ही वॉज डूइंग सम जप, भगवान का नाम he is doing continuous japa, but he was not getting maja of it. Everybody says great devotion, नाम में इतनी रुचि है, ये है, वो है. He was only getting tiredness out of chanting. So he went to his guru. Guru said, एक महात्मा, मुझे ये पसंद नहीं है ये नाम गेम एंड ऑल, मैं तो थक गया हूँ, किसके लिए करूँ, टाइम वेस्ट है, इट्स मेंटल डिस्टर्बेंस। तो गुरुजी ने कहा नहीं भैया, तेरे रोग के लिए यही है दवा। सर कैसे कैसा हो सकता है? इसे योर वासना रोग के लिए दवा क्या है? भगवान नाम। मगर इसमें रुचि नहीं मिल रही है, कोई बात नहीं, ऐसे करो, मेरी प्रीति के लिए तुम ये जप करो, आई विल बी हैप्पी, टू मेक मी हैप्पी यू कीप चैंटिंग, अंडरस्टूड, टू मेक हिम हैप्पी। तो चलो ठीक है, आपकी खुशी के लिए मैं जप करूंगा, करके उन्होंने शुरू किया। देन दैट महात्मा जी सेड, दिस महात्मा जी जिसको बोला गया, देन ही डेवलप अ टेस्ट ऑन राम जी बिकॉज ऑफ दैट नाम and mantra. Then he gives an example, pitta roga, acidity, one who is suffering from pitta roga, right? पित्त रोग के लिए what is the medicine which you don't like? At that time, sweets are not liked by pitta rogi. What is the medicine? Sweet only. इसे वासना रोग के लिए दवा क्या है? नाम जप, that which we don't like. But what is the medicine? नाम जप. It says, when vasanas are reduced because of chanting of the name of the Lord, then the sweetness in the name of the Lord emerges out. एक ही सूत्र है भाई, how much नाम जप I am doing it, I am not getting the joy. That means vasanas are so strong, disease is so horrible that I am not able to enjoy the taste of the repetition of the Lord's name. And continuously I repeat, when the vasanas are reduced, and in the name, in the chanting of the name of the Lord, there is immense sweetness, immense joy, and you are transported. Otherwise, how come bhaktas, great bhaktas are there? They chant Om Namah Shivaya or Krishna or Rama. They say that the very taste, very sweet, very rasam, rasamayam, rasamayam, rasamayam. Why don't we get that rasam when we take the names Lord, the name of the Lord? I am not enjoying it. If you are not enjoying it, it means your vasanas are more. For more vasanas, pitta roga, sweet is not liked by pitta rogi, but sweet is the medicine for a pitta rogi. So बोलते हैं, continuous नाम जपा, if you do continuous नाम जपा, then slowly that sadhana, means of devotion, it becomes itself in itself a fruit of devotion. How much that Guru is loved. Love of a Guru, Guru Bhakti, surrender. The more you know about Guru, inner dimensions are opened up, more you start loving the Guru. And more you go in depth, same Guru Tattva you see in all Mahatmas, still love increases. So therefore, Swayam Phalarupata iti Brahma Kumaraha. It is not bhakti gives you some other fruit. Bhakti gives bhakti only. In that bhakti fulfillment only, real enjoyment, real joy is there. So, either you, Bhagavan ka naam, treat it as a Guru's order or treat it as one's own duty, whatever way you treat it, but when you continuously chant Lord's name, japa, a day will come, you will enjoy that japa itself, naam itself. Bhakti Smarana. Bhakti, because one thing, once the anything you intently love, you tend to remember that always, is it not? Simple thing, yes or no? That is called Smarana. Smarana is directly proportional to intense love of the object. This is actually, I don't know how to tell. This is actually, for Jiva, a training is given through the love of material objects. First of all, a love between mother and father, the husband and wife, for example, in the beginning, the new wedding, and ek always remembers the other. And in that much remembrance, if this fellow eats gulab jamun in his office, he remembers his wife. And she eats something, some prasad somewhere, tasty prasad, she remembers her husband. That's how the training begins in the evolution. Or love between two individuals. It could be friends, it could be guru and disciple. The Mahatma told me once, Mahatma, a great Mahatma, abhi bhi hai, a great Mahatma. So I sometimes I go. So he told me one day, I was very surprised. He said, though I am with you 24/7, sometimes I feel like seeing your form. So please keep coming to ashram once in a while. मेरा क्या विचार था, सब ब्रह्म जगत है, ये स्वरूप रूप तो नश्वर है, गुरु इस तत्व है. So when he said like that, I understood his love for me. He said, कभी कभी मन लगता है तुझे देखने के लिए, कभी एक आध बार चक्कर काटो, देखने का मन लगता है. एक बार हमारे एक सीनियर आचार्य मिशन, उन्होंने कहा कि Guru also sometimes may love his disciples and students so much, कभी कभी मोह में पड़ जाते बोले. But this is all in the beginning, rudimentary stages of love. Somehow the love as a experience is given to us, and that will go slowly expand and start loving whole universe. Same feeling, like I remember intently somebody XYZ, that is Marana, that is love. Because when I love intently, remembrance is continuous. You understand? It's not that I am continuously remembering to generate love. That may not happen. That may not happen. Without knowledge, is not possible. With knowledge of the person, the glories of the person, vibhuti of the person or the Lord, my love will increases. When I intently love, continuous remembrance is there. When continuous remembrance is there, that is bhakti. That is in itself a fruit. Beautiful thing. So therefore, क्या करना है? That's why our Shastra says, why Vyasa Bhagavan wrote 18 Puranas. Bhagavatam, Purana, Mahabharatam, Vedanta Grantha, everything Vyasa Bhagavan gave to us. And when you read stories of the Lord, Krishna Leelas, first of all, why should we study Krishna Leela? Tell me. To know how Bhagavan, how great He is. Vibhutis are known, we are excited, we love Him. Out of that intense love, His smarana is continuous. Therefore, and this smarana mein, like gopis enjoyed the bhakti of Lord, that itself is Swayam Phalarupata. Iti. Na tena raja paritoshaha. Correct, no? Rajagruha bhojanadishu tathaiva drushtatvat Rajagruha bhojanadishu tathaiva drushtatvat. Now, Bhagwan Narad says, Tatha eva dushtatvat. Rajagruha and bhojanadishu. See, listen, he says very beautiful thing. That you knowing the king is different from king knowing you. Think. राजगृह. So somebody go and मिलने गए, राजा से मिलने गए, वहाँ पे द्वारपाल रोक दिया उनको. बोले किससे मिलना है? राजा से मिलना है. तुम जानते हो राजा को? अच्छी तरह से जानता हूँ. तो उसने पूछा राजा जानते हैं आपको? उन्होंने बोला मैं राजा नहीं जानते. तो अंदर मना है. See? Unless Lord or Guru knows us meaning, he loves us. We cannot claim I love Guru, I love Lord, मैं भगवान श्री कृष्ण का भक्त हूँ, मैं शिव का भक्त हूँ. You are claiming. We claim left and right, morning till evening. मैं इनका भक्त हूँ, मेरा गुरु वही है. वो तो ठीक है, आपका गुरु हो सकता है. गुरु ने कहा क्या ये मेरा शिष्य है? There is no use of you knowing the Guru unless that love fulfills in that mutual understanding, mutual love, mutual blessing. So the Lord also knows you very well. Name bhakta pranashyati. Oh, beautiful thing, no? My devotee never perishes. Who says my devotee? Krishna is saying that he is my devotee. According to Krishna, whoever his devotee is not according to I. I am devotee of Krishna, you serve me. Krishna says, I never considered you as my devotee. Name Bhakta Pranashyati, very important secret is there. Bhagavan is saying that he is my devotee, therefore he doesn't. So, if you are so devoted to Krishna, but Krishna doesn't know you, you are, according to Krishna, you are not his devotee. According to you, you are his devotee. Which is more powerful? But what did Bhagavan say? Whoever claims that they are my devotees, they are protected. He never said like that. Whoever is my devotee, whomever I certify and I call them as my devotee, I take care of them. ये बात मुश्किल है भैया. Therefore stop claiming. Rajagruha and Bhojanadishu. So you know the king, king doesn't know you, no use. Bhojanadishu, you know the entire food, how it is made, how it is, what are the items which is composed of material with which it is made. All the details are known to you, but you are not eaten food. Will it give satisfaction? No. So he says, unless Lord fills you with his love, you are not fulfilled. Unless you eat food by knowing the details of food, you will not get trupti. Tathaiva drushtatvat. So therefore, in the king's palace and also in dinner cases, this is alone. Therefore, only through service we can reach Lord. Please underline this. I am very seriously telling you, sincerely telling you, revealing a secret. The secret is how much you blabber is not treated, considered as your devotion. Please friends, remember, seriously I'm talking. How much seva you do, you become closer to Lord. Seva bhav. And your whole life you spend without service, you cannot reach God. Because practical Vedanta, Swami Vivekananda gave lectures titled Practical Vedanta. So therefore, only through service, Lord's drishti falls on us. There was a huge church is being constructed. Some temple or mansion or church, you say, huge one. Huge one. Horse cart. Every day, so many carts would travel in front of an old lady's house. Material being carried, stones and cement and sand, tons and tons of quantities. These horses carry the load to the construction site and empty they return, and every day they are struggling. King announced that whoever please want to contribute to the temple. This old poor lady, she has nothing. And she would every day pluck grass and feed the horses that they are traveling in front of her house. Every day she would feed horses with the grass which is freely available. She would pluck them out, feed the horses. Every horse would stand for a minute, feed the horse and go. And the Raja felt so happy that I have constructed this, I serviced it all. One day Bhagavan appeared and said, your services are useless. Who contributed much to the building? Lord said, the old lady. Remember, I don't know, in our evolution of humanity, human being, as long as we are waiting for orders to serve, we are not grown. मुझे काम बताओ, बताइए काम, बताइए. That is not a big service. You discover a means of service, worship to the Lord. Seva to public, seva to society, seva. You discover your means of service and you offer those services. Not merely listening and doing nothing will give you nothing. Take it as granted. जीवन भर मैं सुनते आए हूँ, कुछ किया नहीं देश के लिए, समाज के लिए, nothing, no services. You know your question yourself, everybody. या मैं a निमित्त, an efficient medium for the Lord to function. या मैं available for service. Or I demand, I have choices in service. I question myself, you question yourself. So many people around you. We are just living and having breakfast, lunch, dinner. We listen to talks and we think we have done great service to society. At least, how many of us are sincerely praying for the welfare of the world? Are you allotting 5 minutes prayer to release a beautiful thought energies in the society, in the world? Let the energies take shape. Let the energies inspire somebody. That also we don't do. What kind of service we are doing, tell me? You question. I am not judging. I am talking to myself. Bhagavan says, more you serve, dearer you become to him quickly. There are some beautiful organizations. They go Chinmaya Mission. Anywhere, any problem comes, one circular would come. Please do this japa for that. Now huge fires are there in California. Huge suffering is there. So I got another mail from someone for chanting one particular mantra to invoke deity, to contribute to that. So through thought we can serve, through word of encouragement we can serve, through action we can serve. But take it as granted, without seva bhav, without being available to people around unselfishly and serving them, we cannot get closer to Lord. This is the Mahatma's opinion, not my opinion. Work for culture, work for country, patriotism, Sanatana Dharma. So many thoughts they gave us. Gurudev's pledge, if we try to live Gurudev's pledge, that is more than enough. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us in the path of virtue, courage and wisdom. May Thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is the devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities, give us ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat. Wonderful pledge. If we follow this pledge, why Mahatmas give such pledge? They never said, I will not involve, I will withdraw, I will treat this world as illusion, I will withdraw myself, within myself I sit quietly, I meditate, I realize, let the world go to dogs. And some frame world, we want breakfast, we want lunch, we want dinner, we want morning milk, we want power supply, we want transportation, we want money, we want banks to work on time, we want transportation department to work on time, we want our clothes to be available, we want tailors to be honest, we want whole world. Whole world we want. We want the vegetables nearby. We want our perks. We want our increments. Everything we want. So insensitivity is not spirituality. What can we do? You question yourself and live like that. So therefore there is no point in claiming, I know Lord, I am the devotee of the Lord. No, unless He knows you. He fulfills you. So therefore Anukula Acharana, if it is not there, we can get never closer to Him. Beautiful. Therefore Bhagavan says, Rajagruha Bhojanadishu Tathaiva Drishtatvat. न तेन राजपरितोषः क्षुधा शान्तिर्वा. बट वी विल सी टुमारो. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय.